What's up, guys? Today I got another story for y'all to listen to, and it's a pretty funny one. It's gonna be kind of a long one, I hope, because I don't want to make like 2-3 minute stories, because I want to be more entertaining. So this one's about the time I got kicked out of retard class, and I know some of y'all, if you know me, might probably think I was in the retard class as a student, but nope, I was what some people would say a tard wrangler. Now, I only lasted for about, let's say, 3 months as a tard wrangler, though, because I was almost as much of a retard as the students in there, so, I mean, I got caught. So, here's a little background. So, this is my first year of high school, and, it was me and my friend Matt. We get to school. Me and him, we were supposed to show up at like 8:20, I think, 8:25, and we were supposed to be there at that time. And that's when they'd initially bring the retards in, but me and him didn't show up till like 9:30, 10 a.m. because we stayed up real late. So we kind of mostly missed our first period usually. Sometimes we just not show up the entire day. But so it started when me and him would show up, and we'd show up to laugh at the retards every day, and we decided the next semester that we were gonna each sign up to be tard wranglers in the retard class, cause we had already been kind of trying to breach this one room where they kept the retards at, and it was so fun. So we actually sign up, and somehow we get it, and we're just so happy. We're celebrating, cause we're just like, oh man, we did it. Cause you know what? I mean, we weren't there to actually help anyone. We were just there to laugh. So first day of a retard class. This was there were 4 periods a day, and this was it was our third period, cause my fourth period in freshman year I had baseball tactics. Even I'm not really a baseball player, but I just took it because I could go mess around for the last period of the day if I stayed the whole day and just kind of have fun. I made some friends there, and we go like the gas station and stuff. It was fun. And also because you couldn't take basketball tactics till you were in a sophomore year, but my last year I was there, sophomore, I took basketball tactics. And that was really the only class that kept me there for so long. But so yeah, me and him became tard wranglers, and our first day we walk in the door, and there's a retard. He's bald. He's black, he's bald, and he's got like a really tall head, and he just looks strange. And he was like running around. His teeth were like really white. I mean, so it was very strange. It kind of like just the way he looked was real strange. Like his teeth were like pearly white for some reason, even though a lot of the retards had like rotten or like grinded down teeth, and you could barely see his eyes, and he was foaming at the mouth, just running through the hallways, getting chased by an adult wrangler. I think he was having some sort of seizure because his arms were sticking out the sides, and just he was having a seizure. Like, I can't really explain the movements you have with a seizure, because he wasn't really flailing his arms. He was more like just vibrating. I mean, if y'all have seen a seizure, you'd know. So, and I turned to my friend and I just said, "Welcome." And we both laughed, but I mean, at least they didn't catch us, or else we'd probably get kicked out our first day. So we come in and we see the teacher, the retard class teacher, and she just tells us what we got to do, what our responsibilities are. And honestly, from all the responsibilities we had, this class was pretty chill and like fun. I mean, cause I got it with my friend Matt, and we got to like laugh at the retards all day. So basically, we just all we had to do was take them to the bathroom, and like they needed to go somewhere during like in the campus of the school, walk them there, and like I had to like fix. They had like a VCR, and I had to like fix the tape if it like came out of the VHS. I had to rewind the tapes for them and stuff. Cause I mean this was literally like 2 years ago. So I mean, pretty much none of my friends really knew how to operate a VCR for some reason. But so yeah, that was basically my duties. My friends, same thing except you didn't have to rewind the tapes from and stuff. And I mean they just watched like Thomas the Train. And I think that Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I'm like, how's that on tape? And they'd watch Ice Age too. So we'd see a lot each day. Like there was this one kid that would just sit in a wheelchair and clap all day. He'd clap his hands. He'd go. So you hear like this. You hear and then he'd do that. He'd be clapping. He'd go and I mean, it was funny, and we made a game with him. But I should probably say right now, none of the people in my family are retarded or have any like mental problems. But I mean like one of my buddies like family's a retard, so don't go saying like I'm Hitler to retards or something. Like to be honest, I mean they can get kind of annoying, but like if I see one, I'm not just gonna like be mean to them because I've talked to a couple and like I've actually been kind of a friend to a few like special ed kids, so I'm not like. I mean, I guess you could say I'm kind of a jerk, but I guess I'm a selective jerk. So we made a game with this kid, and basically what it was is they'd leave him out there during lunch, and afterwards usually in his like power chair, and he'd stop clapping and he'd go to sleep. And our game was who could sneak up on him without him waking up. And I was like the champion at that. Like once I dangled my finger in his mouth, like it was like playing Operation, because I know if I touched any of the sides of his mouth, he'd snap, and I'd probably not have my finger today, or I might, but I probably want to get rid of it because that kid was gross. He was some I think his name was like Austin. He was like really pale white, like he was a lot whiter than me. And he had like blonde it wasn't really like Steve Kerr hair. It was more like he had like Steve Kerr's hair length, the guy that played for the Bulls. But it was like kind of disheveled and thin. This kid was ugly. Like he was really ugly. And that's the only one I really knew the name of, because me and my other friend went like searching through the yearbooks. And so then one day there was something crazy, and it was so funny. This was like about a month in, so I guess about probably a month and a half before they finally found out why I was there. And basically what happened there is there was a huge retard brawl. So basically, they gave out like juice boxes, and the black one I told you about with the bald head, and he had like a tall head. It was bald, and he had like the seizure. He got his juice box stolen by this smelly fat white kid, and he just stared at him because this kid was like nonverbal or something, and the white kid he made some noise like or something like that, and he started drinking his juice box. Oh, but I mean he was nonverbal, but he definitely knew how to throw hands, because he punched that guy. He sucker punched the white kid right in the face, and then more retards start coming in, because I guess they were getting excited over the fight. and they started sucker punching or not sucker punch. They started just like beating on the white kid, and then for some reason the kid that got the juice box stolen from just freaks out and punches one, and then they start punching him, and I guess they must have had like accidents or something and punched each other, and then I think they just got confused and just started fighting each other, and I mean when it was done, it was about like 10 retards, like just the ones that weren't like wheelchair bound were the ones that didn't get into it. They're the ones that just like were so retarded they couldn't even really move, but for some reason some of them they didn't really put in wheelchairs. And I saw like those retard helmets go flying, noses were bleeding, and there was so much noise. There were shrieks and like just weird noises. And I didn't even break up the fight, because when I see a fight, I don't break it up. Like, I want to watch. And when it's a fight between retarded kids, I really want to watch. Like, I'm interested then. So, the adult wranglers, I guess, came in, and they had to like separate them all. Some of them they took to like this wash station, which was weird. It had like kind of a pale green light in it, and it looked creepy. It was like a old surgery room or something. It had like a not really linoleum or whatever you call those kind of tiles, but it was just like a glossy white tile, and stalls like and baths and stuff. It looked creepy, and the other retards they had to like come get picked up because they couldn't have the bus make a special trip. So that was the retard brawl. That was probably one of the most exciting moments of retard class. But that was also, I think, where I started to slip. Well, me and my friends started to slip because they kind of saw us just watching that fight. And, I mean, you could tell we were kind of enjoying it, too. So, they didn't really say anything to us about that, though. Let me think of some other times. Because I don't write scripts for this stuff, so it's kind of like... It's like, I kind of have to remember stuff. There was one retard, and it was strange because he wasn't like my school kind of had levels. There was just the kids that kind of had some like ADHD or something like that, so like a little special needs, but not like they're not like any less normal than people. They just might be like hyper or something. Then there were like the mid levels, where it was like they had problems. Some of them were normal but just like really angry or something, and others were actually like kind of stupid, or just you could tell they were kind of retarded or something. And then there were like the big retards, like the ones that they were just like there was no hope at all. And for some reason we had like a mid level for like a week in our the retard room, and this kid hated it. Like when you'd call him this certain name, you'd call him Geo, and my phone went off. And what we do is we've known this kid since elementary school, but it was me and my other friend. He hated it when we'd like sit on the fire hydrant and all that. So he'd just get so mad. He'd say, "Get off the fire hydrant!" He had some weird voice. He'd say like, "Noah, get off the fire hydrant!" And that was like that. My friend's name was Noah. And then we had a friend named Mark Anthony. And Mark Anthony was a god. He was like a legend. This is like 4th grade though. He was like fat, and he brought top ramens all the time. And he was like ahead of the game in fashion for some reason. Like when I went to elementary school, like everyone wore like tap out and stuff for some reason, but this kid was wearing like like gold glasses or something, and like gray jacket, black sweats, and all that. So he was actually ahead of the game, which is pretty cool. Cause this was like early 2000, like no, more like mid 2000s. Like when was I in fourth grade? I think it was like 2008, 2009, I think. Yeah, I think it was like 2009. And so basically, we just annoy this kid all the time. Like, we'd start just randomly talking about stuff that starts with geo in it, like geodesic dome. I think we said geography, which was just kind of retarded because it's geography. I forget some other stuff we'd say. Oh, I think I told him, "Hey Matt, I got some Aqua di Gio in my backpack. You want to try out this cologne?" And he just gets so mad. He said, "I'm not Gio!" He just shriek. He get so mad. And in elementary school, I know this is kind of off topic, but he would like, we dig this hole, and we ended up getting a kid's ankle broken too, and it was kind of funny because we still dug it anyway. They tried to fill it in, but just me and my friend dug it with sticks, and we'd get water from the water fountain, and we ended up making it like 4 or 5 feet deep, and we'd get like clay and stuff. It was pretty cool. And he'd get so mad. He'd come over, and for some reason he'd start saying, "I have ADHD! I have ADHD! Stop digging the hole!" And okay, my phone is going off a lot. He just he gets so pissed off over that hole, and I have no idea why. And they had to like take him out of there, cause the yard, like, we call him yard duty. They were pretty cool. They kind of knew he was just bothering me and my friend, like being a snitch. So they just took him away. But basically, me and my friend Noah kind of basically messed with him to the point where he got homeschooled. But even though I was in this class with someone named Matt, or no, my bad. He had to leave in 8th grade. In 9th grade, he wasn't there. There was a different mid-level in our class. I won't talk about him because he's not nearly as interesting. But we basically got him to leave because one day, me, my friend Noah, and my friend Dre too, because we just got my friend Dre into this. Noah didn't come with though, so it was kind of sad because like our legend with this kid Corbin, kind of just, it was like gone. Like he never got to say the last annoying thing. He hated it when we call him cornbread for some reason. So my friend Dre goes over to him. Me and this kid Miko were just making like we were pretending we couldn't start a lawnmower, so we were pushing it around and pretending to pull the handle, going, "It won't start, Miko." "Okay, try priming it or something." "Okay, I'm priming it." And for some reason he get real annoyed with that. Oh yeah, my friend Miko is from Cameroon. He has like an accent. It's just because I was talking like that when I did his impression. But so basically we were doing that, and my friend Dre comes over up behind Corbin, and he takes his hands and he like puts them both up, and he says, "This is our biggest piece of cornbread we have." And then this kid starts crying. He's he starts crying and all that. And I think like a monitor comes up, like a teacher that stays out during, not a teacher, it was like they just stay out during lunch, and they take him to the office. And he never pressed anything against me. Like, he never called me up or nothing. But, I mean, it just kind of, he just left. And the thing was it was a weird relationship between me and this kid, because honestly, like, I was just kind of there most of the time. Like, occasionally I just annoy him a little bit, but I never really had like a problem with him. And but he had a big problem with my friend, and that's kind of why I didn't really care that he annoyed him. It was just because he tried to strangle my friend too. But besides all these stories, like, let's just get to the reason why I got kicked out. So I mean, it's really simple. I could give you a really short answer, and to be honest, like, it's kind of hard to explain because it was a series of events, and it all started with a fight. So occasionally they'd catch me like laughing at a retard or something, and they'd like lower my grade, and eventually I got to like an F, and they said we've caught you laughing at him over 20 times now. Your grade's an F. Like, is there a different reason you came here than just to help him? And I'm like, no. And I was just looking at him, no. And they're like, okay, this is your last chance. And just one day, this retard just had like this thing called an absence seizure, where he just kind of just sat there with his eyes open. It didn't do anything, and then he just wakes up and he starts flapping his arms around, goes, and I just laughed so hard, me and my friend, and she stops him, and then she just looks at me and my friend, and she says, "My office." And we go there, and she's like, "I know there's a different reason you guys are here than to just help the retards." Well, she didn't say retards, but you know. And I'm like, you know what? Really? I just came to laugh at him, okay? That's really all I did. It's because honestly, these kids are just annoying. Like, they're always here, and it's just, I came to laugh at them. And she's like, she just said, like, we're gonna give you like an unscheduled or something, where you didn't have to go third period, and you're never coming back to this class again. And I'm like, fine, cause I can still look at him anyway. And that was basically the end of retard class. And just a little thing in case this channel ever gets big, like one of those tapes someone leaves, like die or something you see in the movies. I don't actively go and bother retards and all that. And honestly, like, I mean, you can hate on me all you want, but I have a couple people I wouldn't really consider them my good buddies, but I just kind of stay with them and be nice and all that. They were special ed too, so I mean, yeah, I guess you could say I'm kind of, I don't know if you'd say ableist or something, but I mean, it's not that I hate the retards. It's just that, the stuff they do, you gotta admit it's funny. Like, honestly, I hope that if retards die or something and they go to heaven, you know, that they don't have to be retarded anymore. So, yeah, I mean, and I'd love to be able to find like a cure for it too. So it's not like I really hate retards so much. It's just kind of funny what they do. So really, that's basically it for this video. I hope y'all liked it, because I had a good time telling these stories and bringing back some memories from when I was in school. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, because I post stuff like this all the time. I might start doing some gaming videos maybe too, like Call of Duty or something. Let me know what you think of the different gameplay, the NBA, instead of the GTA 5 usually. I don't know if you, I mean, if you even really watch the gameplay, then let me know. Also, like, suggest any stories for me to do. Like, if I don't have any, I might just get one of my friends to tell one or something. But if I've like experienced that or something, then yeah, I'll tell a story about it. So just comment any stories you want me to tell, and yeah, if I have any, I'll talk about them. If I don't, I'll probably get one of my friends, cause my friends and me kind of had a pretty crazy life. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the story of me getting kicked out of retard class. And I guess thanks for watching. Thanks for helping my channel. I'll see you on the next video.